The city was waking up to another ordinary morning. Cars honked. People hurried down crowded sidewalks, and the golden light of dawn painted the buildings in shades of amber. But amid all that noise and movement, there was one man the world had long stopped noticing. Before continue, please subscribe our channel and like our video. His name was Ethan. Ethan sat quietly on a park bench near the subway station. His old jacket was torn at the sleeves, and his shoes barely held together. Beside him lay a small cardboard sign that read, asterisk, asterisk, hungry. Anything helps. God bless you. Asterisk, asterisk. Most people passed him by. Some pretended not to see him. Others gave that quick, guilty glance before turning away. But Ethan didn't blame them anymore. Life had taught him that people often fear what they don't understand. Yet this morning would be different. This morning, his kindness would change everything. Across the street, a little boy named Oliver, maybe 6 years old, clutched a small stuffed bear in one hand. His eyes darted around in panic. He had been walking with his mom just a few minutes ago. He stopped to watch a street performer blowing giant bubbles, and when he turned back, she was gone. Oliver, whispering, "Mom?" His voice trembled. He started walking faster and faster, searching for that blue scarf his mom had been wearing. But every face he saw was a stranger. The crowd swallowed him whole. Ethan noticed him from his bench, that lost, frightened look. People brushed past the boy without even slowing down. Ethan hesitated. He knew how people saw him, a homeless man, ragged and unshaven. If he went near a child, people might misunderstand, but his heart wouldn't let him sit still. He stood up, crossed the street slowly, and knelt beside the boy. Ethan, softly, "Hey, buddy, you okay? Did you lose someone?" The boy looked up, tears welling in his eyes. I can't find my mommy." Ethan smiled gently. "Don't worry, we'll find her together. What's your name?" "Oliver," the boy said. "Well, Oliver," Ethan said kindly, "you're safe now." "I'm Ethan. Let's figure this out, okay?" He reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a crumpled candy bar, his only food for the day. He hesitated, then handed it to Oliver. Double quotes here. "I think you need this more than I do." Oliver took it carefully. "Thank you," he whispered. Ethan looked around. No phone. No money, but he knew there was a police booth near the park. He just had to get Oliver there safely. "Can you hold on to my hand, buddy?" Ethan asked. "We'll go find your mom." Oliver nodded and slipped his small hand into Ethan's rough one, and so the two of them, a homeless man and a lost child, began walking through the city. As they walked, people stared. Some whispered. One woman frowned and pulled out her phone, murmuring something about a homeless man with a child. A man in a suit stopped them. "Hey, what are you doing with that kid?" Ethan raised his hands calmly. "He's lost. I'm taking him to the police booth by the park." The man looked skeptical. "Sure you are." He snapped a photo. "We'll see what the cops say about this," he muttered and walked away. Ethan sighed but kept walking. He didn't care what people thought. He just wanted to get Oliver home. As they walked, Oliver began to talk. "My mom said we were going to the bookstore. I just looked at the bubbles for a second and then..." His voice broke. Ethan squeezed his hand gently. "Hey, it's okay. Moms don't stop looking for their kids. She's probably already searching for you right now." Oliver looked up. "You're really nice," Ethan chuckled. "Not everyone thinks so." "But I do," Oliver said softly. And for the first time in a long while, Ethan felt something he thought he'd lost: warmth. When they reached the park, they saw a police car parked near the entrance. A woman was standing beside it, crying uncontrollably, clutching a blue scarf. "Mom!" Oliver shouted and ran toward her. "Oliver!" She dropped to her knees and hugged him tight, tears streaming down her face. Ethan stopped a few steps away, smiling quietly. The mother, Anna, looked up and froze. She saw Ethan's worn clothes, his scruffy beard, and tired eyes. Then she saw the way Oliver was smiling up at him. "Is this man with you?" One of the officers asked. Before Ethan could answer, Oliver blurted out, "He helped me. He found me and brought me here." Anna's eyes softened instantly. She stepped toward Ethan. "You helped my son?" Ethan nodded shyly. "Just found him near the subway. He was scared." Anna's voice trembled. "Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't been there." Ethan smiled faintly. "I just did what anyone should do, but deep down, he knew not everyone would have done the same." Before the moment could settle, the man in the suit from earlier arrived, pointing. "That's him. He was walking with the boy. I took a picture." The officers turned sharply toward Ethan. "Sir, can you explain?" Ethan lifted his hands. "I just found him crying. I was bringing him here." Oliver tugged his mother's sleeve. "He's telling the truth, Mom. He helped me." Anna nodded firmly. "He saved my son." The man in the suit blinked, embarrassed. "Oh, I guess I was wrong." Ethan just smiled gently. "It's okay, sir. You were only trying to help in your own way." Even the officer paused at his calmness. Anna looked at Ethan closely and saw something deeper. Kindness born from pain. A heart that had nothing, but still chose to give everything. "Do you have somewhere to go?" she asked softly. Ethan shook his head. "Not really. I stay around the shelter on 3rd Street when they have space." Anna hesitated, then said, something that surprised even her, "I run a small community kitchen downtown. We could use someone kind like you. Would you come by tomorrow?" Ethan blinked. "You'd give me a job?" Anna smiled. "You helped me find what's most precious in my life. Let me return the kindness." Ethan's throat tightened. "I'll be there," he whispered. The next morning, Ethan walked into the kitchen. His clothes were still old, but his steps were lighter. Anna greeted him warmly. "Ethan, you came." Oliver ran in and hugged him around the waist. "Mom made pancakes." Ethan laughed softly, the sound almost foreign to him. "I haven't had pancakes in years." That day, he washed dishes, served food, and even made people laugh. For the first time in forever, people looked at him with respect, not pity. At the end of the shift, Anna handed him an envelope. "It's not much, but it's a start." Ethan looked down, then up at her. This means more than you know." Anna smiled. "You deserve a chance, Ethan. Everyone does." Weeks passed. Ethan became a regular at the community kitchen, hardworking, kind, and always the first to greet anyone who walked in, especially the homeless. He often told them no one is too far gone. Sometimes all it takes is one act of kindness to change your story. Then one day, the story of the homeless man who helped a lost child spread across the city. Someone had taken that photo of Ethan and Oliver, and it went viral. People started visiting the kitchen, bringing donations, volunteering, offering jobs to others in need. Ethan's one act had started something much bigger than he could ever imagine. One evening, as the kitchen was closing, Anna received a letter in the mail. It was from a law firm. Curious, she opened it and froze, greater than in recognition of Mr. Ethan Clark's act of bravery and compassion. "We are pleased to inform you that he has been selected to receive the City Hero Award. The ceremony will be held next week at the Mayor's Hall." Anna smiled through tears. When she told Ethan, he was speechless. "Me? A hero?" Anna nodded. "Yes, Ethan, you didn't just help a lost child. You reminded us all that kindness still exists." A week later, the hall was packed. City officials, journalists, families. Ethan stood at the front, nervous in a new suit Anna had bought for him. When his name was called, he walked on stage. The applause was thunderous. He took the microphone. Voice soft but steady. "Ethan, I used to think I didn't matter, that being invisible was easier than being judged. But that day, when I saw a little boy crying, I realized kindness doesn't need a home or a title dot, it just needs a heart willing to act. The room fell silent. I wasn't saving anyone that day, he continued. That boy saved me. He reminded me that I still had something good left to give. The crowd rose to their feet, clapping, cheering, even crying. Months later, Ethan was managing the community kitchen full time. He had a small apartment now, a warm bed, and a purpose. Every morning, he saw Oliver running toward him with a grin. Ethan, can you help me stir the soup today? Ethan laughed. Only if you promise not to eat it all before lunch. And every evening, as the city lights flickered on, Ethan would sit on that same park bench, not with a sign asking for help, but with gratitude in his heart. He often thought about how one small act of kindness, helping a lost child, had given him back his life. If you believe that kindness has the power to change lives, take a moment right now to like this video, subscribe to Asterisk Kindness, Untold Story Asterisk, and share it with your friends and family. Your one small action might inspire someone else to make a difference, just like Ethan did. And before we end, Asterisk, what would you have done if you were in Ethan's place? Asterisk, would you have stopped to help, even if the world judged you for it? Comment below. Your answer might inspire someone to choose kindness today.